Hello, warriors. Welcome to the You Movement. I am B. I wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about the unconscious programming that comes with the energies of that being the scapegoat. And another term or way to look at the scapegoat is the sacrificial lamb. And what is the sacrificial lamb, or who is the sacrificial lamb? The sacrificial lamb is Jesus Christ. And what did Jesus do? Jesus sacrificed himself for the sins of humanity. And so if you identify with this idea of scapegoat, or scapegoat has been placed upon you as an energy that you have carried with you, one of the unconscious programs that comes with that plays out with it, is the savior complex of thinking that I need to go out into the world and save others, heal others, fix others, sacrifice myself for others, and therefore is born on an unconscious. It's not like you're consciously doing this, going, "Oh, I am the next Messiah." No, you're not consciously aware of this. These are shadow energies that may be playing out, archetypical energies that are playing out unconsciously in your life. And so how this manifests, or how this presents, is if you have a long-standing habit of people-pleasing, of self-sacrificing, and of thinking that you need to save others, put on the cape and be the hero in. And I just did a video 20 minutes or so ago about, running in and fixing it, Mr. Fixer. I was the fixer. And, I can fix this situation, I can fix that situation. If you take that one step further into that savior type of energy, it's almost an idea that you can save others from themselves, save others from themselves and from their own karma. And what I've learned along this path, and that comes from a lack of boundaries, that if you were raised in a narcissistic household, you weren't raised with boundaries. You were raised with an enmeshment. And with the enmeshment became the programming of enabler, self-sacrifice, people-pleasing, all of these energies. So, for example, if your parent was an alcoholic, you may have been roped in to clean up the messes and downplay the bad behavior, and pick them up when they're down, save them. And those are all activities of thinking and programming of thinking that somehow you have to negate your needs because their needs supersede yours. If you were raised in a narcissistic household with a parent that had emotions that fluctuated, or somebody that had dysregulated emotions, you became responsible for saving their own emotions. Well, I can't trigger them by doing XYZ because that will result in this, that, and the other. So you're constantly altering your own behaviors in an attempt to keep the situation calm, to prevent you from getting in trouble, to prevent you from getting sacrificed, so to speak. Maybe you were protecting siblings and self-sacrificing yourself for the other members of the family, because if you were the one getting punished, they weren't. And so that may have played out in your young childhood. And so then you go through life thinking that it is somehow, and it's not, as I said, it's not a conscious thinking, it's an unconscious thinking, it's an unconscious program that's running, that you are responsible for others. And I certainly carried all of these energies with me of thinking that I needed to save everybody from themselves and save people from their karma. But the reality of that is in its own dysfunction. It's not a good thing to do, because you're robbing people of the opportunity to learn their own life lessons. If you're swooping in and saving the day and paying the bills that are unpaid, or swooping in and saving the day and cleaning up the messes that they leave behind, or swooping in and saving the day and putting on the hat of the fixer, the maintenance person, the controller of all things, sacrificing your time, your energy, your resources, your own emotions about things, your own needs, your own wants, your own desires. If you're sacrificing all of that for other people, what you're actually doing is robbing them the opportunity to learn their own life lessons. And, the scapegoat or sacrificial lamb has taken on the darkness, the shadow energies of others, so that they don't need to carry them. And this is a cycle that very much needs to be addressed and broken. So when I've talked about generational trauma, this is a generational trauma, a cycle that has been going on for thousands of years. Probably since the time of Christ. It became embedded into our subconscious, our collective consciousness, that certain individuals needed to sacrifice for the whole. And so as we are coming to this new level of awareness through our own awakening, we have to address and face our own shadows, as well as how certain collective consciousness has played out in our own lives. So if you are carrying the template of the sacrificial lamb and or scapegoat and or survivor, sorry, it flew right out of my head as a bee swooped by. The savior complex coming in, then this needs to be addressed, and learning healthy boundaries is how one transmutes this, is learning what is yours and what is mine, and creating a healthy boundary of these things are your responsibility. You are responsible for your own, as an adult in the world, unless they're children, of course. You are responsible for financially providing for yourself. You are responsible for cleaning up after yourself. You are responsible for atoning for your own mistakes. You are responsible for your own life's direction, your own choices, your own decisions, your own this, that, and the other. And I am responsible for all of those for me. So if that line between self and others is blurry, and you're taking on the responsibilities of other people's things, what develops in you is eventually resentment, frustration, irritation, because in sacrificing you're sacrificing your own responsibilities to take on the responsibilities of others, and your own responsibilities are to honor yourself. Honor your own truth, because it's not a truthful energy if you're sacrificing your own needs in somebody else's. Honor your own integrity, and honor your own authenticity. And so if we're doing these roles of self-sacrifice, we're sacrificing our authenticity, we're sacrificing our truth, we're sacrificing our integrity, we're sacrificing our honor. It is far more truthful to show up in an energy that says, I don't want to do that, but are we allowed to say that? Are we allowed to say, I don't want to do that? Are we allowed to say that this doesn't work for us? Are we allowed to say that I want to be me? Yes, you are. You're allowed to say all of those things. And it's learning that throat chakra energy. It's learning to say no. It's learning to say, that's not going to work for me. That's not in my highest and greatest good. I know you want me to take this job because it will provide you with some comforts, but it doesn't provide me with those comforts. I know you want me to, or for us to move or go here, but that's not going to work for me. So there's multiple things at play on multiple levels to break the cycle of the scapegoat. One is the sacral chakra, learning healthy boundaries, learning the division of what is mine and what is yours, and letting people learn their own lives and pick up their own messes and solve their own problems, while I stay within my boundary of, these things are my responsibility. So identifying your own responsibilities and somebody else's responsibilities and having a healthy divide between, as well as stepping up into your truth and your authenticity and speaking up and learning to communicate. I'm sorry, I'm not willing to sacrifice myself for other people's needs anymore. I need to speak up and stand in my own needs. And so I think one of the main lessons that is presented to us on this, it certainly has been for me, that has been in this twin flame journey, this spiritual awakening, Kundalini awakening, is learning, and that's one reason why we're put into this bubble of hermiting energy, because in the bubble, in the cocoon, we are given the opportunity, we're given the space, we're given the protections to just know ourselves. And fundamentally, that is the whole point of this whole spiritual journey, is know thyself. Know who I am and who I'm not. Know what I am and what I want. Know what I need and what I don't need. Know my truth and my and be able to stand up and speak it. So all of these are what's happening as we're in this bubble, this cocoon that you may find yourself in. So even though there are frustrations in the isolation is there to remind you that, yes, we're in a process, if you're having a Kundalini, of awakening to a Christ consciousness, not to awaken to being Christ. We that's not our role. That role of the Messiah has been in our collective consciousness. The self-sacrificer has been given to us, but it's not meant for us to take it upon. So if you find yourself nailing yourself to a cross for the needs of other people and doing, self-sacrifice on a routine basis, that is a shadow that needs to be addressed and transmuted and changed into learning how to be self and keep yourself safe. Keep yourself in your own truth, in your own integrity. If you need help breaking the cycle and breaking that consciousness of self-sacrifice, of the scapegoat, of the sacrificial lamb, you no longer want to be served for dinner, then it's time to do some shadow work. And if you need some help with that, I do have a shadow work playlist. If you want one-on-one Zoom with me, the way to do that is in the description below. Thank you, and thank you for all of the likes, the shares, the comments. They mean the absolute world to me. If you want to hop on and start a discussion in the Spiritual Warriors Support Group, the way to do that is also in the description below. And with that said, peace out.